Hi, and welcome to Commuter and Parking Services Customer Relationship Management Training. My name is Ashley Maroquin, and I work in events and transportation with Commuter and Parking Services. This short training will last for a few minutes and is designated to give you some quick tips on the go. Before we get into it, let's take a look at the learning objectives for this training. Number 1, setting the tone with the customer. 2, the importance of first impressions. 3, personal and facility appearance. 4, phone skills and active listening. First, our customers in the campus community are central to everything that we do. Providing excellent customer service is a core part of our mission and our values. With the Safer at Home order, the way we provide for services have changed. Phone skills are more important now than ever. The first thing to be aware of when answering the phone is to do so promptly, attempting to pick up the call within the first 2 rings. The next thing to do is to smile as you verbally greet the customer and state your name. When you smile, the customer hears your positivity in your tone, and you will have managed the interaction well. Whenever possible, providing direct customer service without transferring is the best practice. Part of good customer service is going the extra mile, which may include doing some legwork and research on your end so the customer doesn't have to. When this happens, ask for permission to place them on a brief hold or ask their phone number. Let them know that you will call them back with the status of their question before the end of the business day. Give them your name again. Oftentimes, customers will have multiple questions. Practice active listening and listen to them very carefully to each of their questions. Take notes and let them know that you're making note of their concerns. Clarify understandings of what their needs are by repeating back to them what they've said, using phrases like, "So it sounds like you need help with," and "Do I have that right?" Help the customer to feel heard and understood. It's important to answer all of the customer's questions in the same conversation to the best of your ability, as neglecting one will likely mean that they will have to call back or email again. Oftentimes throughout the year, the subject matter of calls will vary depending on what's happening on campus. Be sure to connect with your supervisor and colleagues so that you know what's going on in the academic calendar so you can anticipate questions that customers may likely have. The old saying is true. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. So whether you're interacting with the customer on the phone, in person, or via email, remember that you have the opportunity to help them and fulfill the UCLA Events and Transportation Department's mission. You are a representative of the department and what we stand for. Customers should always be left with the impression that you are alert, paid attention, listened, and were helpful in resolving their issue. Facilities should always be in good working condition and customer ready. When interacting in person with the customer, you should always look professional, making sure your uniform is clean and wrinkle free. Wearing a nice shirt, nice pants, and close-fit shoes, maintaining an overall professional looking appearance. You should always appear to the customer that you're ready for work and ready to help them. Sometimes you may need a cup of coffee or a cup of tea to keep your energy level up, but just remember that we always want to leave the customers with the impression that we know it's showtime and we're happy to help them. And lastly, when working remotely and interacting with customers via Zoom, even though you're not in office, ensure that you're dressed appropriately in accordance with the guidance just mentioned. At all times, be positive and aware of your tone of voice when working with the customer. And always remember to smile. Customers can hear a smile. Most communication is nonverbal, with the words we use accounting for 7% of our communication. Tone of voice accounts for 38% of what we communicate. And body language, which includes smiling, accounts for 55% of our communication. So as much as you can, relate to the customer using your voice as your instrument. Part of good phone skills includes expressing some enthusiasm in your voice, so as to convey that you are happy to solve the customer's issue. Patient when listening to them over the phone, and be sure to hear them out. You can always ask, "Is there anything else I need to know?" Then pause and wait for the reply. Active listening includes the ability to ask questions and pause without speaking further. Listening to what the customer is not saying can be just as important as listening to what they are saying. Lastly, active listening includes providing short verbal sounds to let them know that you are present, engaged in hearing them out. This can include things like "okay," and "ah." Thank you for participating in this training. Again, I'm Ashley Maroquin, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.